have 4 groups, the second of which will be starting today, all competing for how much prize money for this tournament?
A bunch, like $5,000.
Maybe even more.
No, $5,000.
Well, if they win the tournament, then they qualify for a show match.
Actually, if they win the tournament, they're competing for 3 additional $1,000 guaranteed, or $7,000 if they beat
$10,000 show match.
If they beat Big Bones Jones.
Big Bones Jones. So probably not going to beat Jones.
Probably not.
At least another
Maybe Scarlett stands a slight chance.
Maybe.
We'll see. We'll see. But today, what a group we have.
What a group.
We are gonna start things off with Kane against Siphon. Siphon was actually 1 round short of making it into Challenger League. In one of the qualifiers, he made it all the way up to the finals, and then unfortunately for him, had to play one of the best players in the entire, North America. So he wasn't able to make it through. And then, he got voted in. He's a Call of Duty player.
I heard.
Or an old Call of Duty player. So he asked his friends at Call of Duty, hey guys, support me, tweet for me. So any Call of Duty fans watching.
Pretty cool, pretty cool.
Pretty cool. And
heard he was originally going to play Brood War, but that game was way too hard, so he waited for StarCraft 2 to jump in.
That's probably it. So we're going to have Kane, Shoutcraft America 1 champion. One of the best players in North America, a very strong Zerg, and going up against Siphon. Like I said, 1 round short of qualifying from Challenger League. A very strong player, very aggressive player, and had he not met one of the best players in North America in the final round,
he might have made it through.
He might have made it through.
Wow. And
we have in the second match, the legendary, some call him God, I like to call him God, Nooney, going up against
pretty good Terran player.
Pretty good Terran player from my team, the Mean Machine, Rude Massa. So it's a pretty exciting group. Obviously, I think Kane and Massa are probably the favorites, but Nooney has been known to destroy legends, and Siphon is a very aggressive player, and I think he can upset just about anyone.
All right, so Rob.
And you know what?
What?
Well, who do you think is gonna win? Who do you think?
Well, we didn't even get to that yet.
Well,
we didn't even get to that yet.
Okay.
We're gonna be giving out some. What are the kids called today? MLG swag.
Well, I was hyping it. I was hyping it backwards. Oh. You gotta start at the hype, and then they get the idea of who's gonna win, and then they're like, oh, I already made my decision on who's gonna take it.
Okay.
So that's how you do it.
Okay.
It's marketing 101.
Who do you think?
Is gonna win? Do you know? Is it gonna be Kane?
Probably not.
Probably Massa?
Maybe.
Perhaps Siphon?
Maybe.
Or Nooney.
Maybe Nooney will pull it out.
God. So all you have to do is tweet @MLG. Hashtag the two players that you're gonna think are gonna advance. So hashtag Kane, hashtag Nooney, hashtag Siphon, or hashtag Massa. 2 of those guys. And tweet @MLG. Say something about the tournament, I guess.
Yeah.
That would be good. Be like, hey, I'm watching this. Go hashtag whatever. And you could win a couple of shirts or hoodies. MLG hoodies.
Those things cost a lot of money too. I think they sell those for over 100 a pop, don't they?
They're super overpriced.
What? I don't know how much they actually sell them for. I'm sure they're priced very reasonably.
Sure, yeah.
Didn't EG sell hoodies for like $300 each or something at one point in time?
No, I don't think so.
Are you sure? I think they did.
Oh yeah, I remember now. They did.
You're just saying that because now, but it's super obvious that you're just saying that. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they did. Somebody out there can tweet at me and back that up. I'm pretty sure. Rob, can you know? Did EG sell hoodies for like $300 or something a piece at one point in time?
Well, either way, if you want
regardless,
an MLG hoodie,
who cares about EG hoodies? Because we're giving away MLG hoodies here. Yeah,
you could wear them to MLG.
Exactly.
If you go in June 22nd.
And I mean, there's always tournaments that MLG hosts.
Will you sign their hoodie?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And there's always tournaments that you can wear MLG hoodies to. But I mean, these days, how many tournaments does EG actually get out to? No, I'm just kidding. Wow, Kane versus Siphon. What a match.
What a match.
What a match. What a cup.
What a cup.
What a
mug game.
Wow.
And there's a game. Awesome.
I'm ready for Massa here, okay?
Okay.
Which team was it that had the top 2 winners of the last Ender's Game tournament? I think they both came from the same team, didn't they? In North America?
I don't think so. That would be really unlikely, because
that would be
like
pretty.
A team that has 2 players meeting in the finals in North America, when there's like Polt and Violet and like Huck and a bunch of people playing, it seems pretty
unlikely that 2 would come from the same North American team.
I don't think that would happen.
Yeah, probably not. Who finished second place in that tournament?
Estrella from Root Gaming.
Oh wow. Wait a second. Wait a second. Chad. Wait, isn't Chad still on Root?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, what a team.
So is the same thing gonna happen in this tournament? That's the real question. Who else from Root is playing in this one? Massa and...
Why don't we check the player list? Why don't we do that? In the next group, the next group tomorrow actually is gonna be the group of death, probably.
With Vibe,
Goes to User, Vibe.
Who are whatever. Those 2 are okay, but
those 2 are all right. But
In Control and Avillo
going up against each other in the first match. One of them is gonna be in the winners.
Fireworks, man. That's true.
One of In Control or Avillo is gonna be in the winners match tomorrow. That's gonna be amazing. And you know what? A lot of people give them a lot of flack, but they're pretty solid players, and I think they can upset anyone, especially like Avillo's. Well, In Control we saw. I mean, he wrecked.
Took the game off Scarlet like it was nothing.
Yeah,
like it was nothing. Which
yeah,
unfortunately led to him underestimating her in the 3rd game.
I was watching GSL just last night, and I saw a game very similar to what happened to In Control and Scarlet, where Sue just had Mutacorruptor on the side of the map of SOS. And SOS moves out and attacks with all of his Phoenix, and he ends up base trading and loses. At that point in time, all I could think of was Sue is no In Control.
That's what I think of anytime
In Control
I watch.
would have had the Phoenix back, he would have had him with range, and he would have won the game. So tomorrow we're going to see In Control going up against Avillo, a very strong mech player in the late game. And yeah, in the next group, who do we have in the last group? I think that's actually the group of death, with Major, Nathanius, Handrelus, King, Hitman.
Nathanius, the dark horse.
Nathanius, definitely the dark horse. We'll see. And actually, game 1 is starting, guys. Are you excited?
I'm excited.
I'm excited.
Hopping into game 1, the top right, we have from Team
Demos. I actually heard from
the player Siphon.
Of course it is Siphon, and you know, his friends from Optic, a very large Call of Duty team. I thought he was gonna represent them for this tournament if he got in.
Huh.
I thought that was the quote-unquote deal, I guess you could call it. Looks like just representing his standard team demos.
Looks like it.
And Kane, of course, of My Insanity. Very, very, very strong North American Zerg. Perhaps one of the favorites to win the tournament.
Very possible.
Very possible.
Very possible. So, PvZ on this map. Kane versus Siphon.
Yep.
Yeah. What a
Kane
map.
is at 14 supply. He's gonna drop a spawning pool most likely.
Are you sure? Because it looks like he's gonna go out and expand.
He made a 15th drone. Oh, there's the pool.
So usually if the probe is out of position like that, like in the top of your base, you can just go ahead and send the drone down and make the hatchery.
Yeah, he was probably scared.
Of getting cannon rush, maybe?
Yeah, it is. Siphon is, like I said, a very aggressive player.
Yeah, I guess.
Look at this. Even what he's doing right now is a pretty greedy opener. If you think about it, he's going gateway first, yes, and not Nexus first, but he's putting it on the low ground. This dies to more than a few openers. At the same time, I suppose he did scout, so had he seen a hatch first, he could have dropped the Nexus or the Forge, perhaps. And Kane just gonna decide to take the third down here. Now this could be a little bit dangerous, Steven.
Why is that, Cats?
Because in taking that third, if Siphon had, I guess if Siphon had been going for one gas and Chrono boosted up Warp Gate, That would have been really hard, because in taking that third, you're basically saying I will take 3 bases really soon. He has to take his expansion really soon, and I feel like that can be punished.
Sure.
But yeah, not gonna be the case here. Siphon will apply some pressure with this Zealot and the Probe. 4 links could be enough, but
2 more links coming out.
If he gets a couple more, then it's gonna be... He may not even have to lose any links at all.
Oh man, this is really interesting pressure by Siphon. He's probably gonna remake the pylon, huh? Do you think he will? Maybe
no,
not?
I doubt it.
Okay.
But 2 Zealots is a lot to... yeah.
Kane and the Queen's coming down.
That's good. So now he'll be able to expand, no problem. There's another Zealot on the way. A little bit greedy, a little bit too much, I would say.
On Siphon?
Yeah.
Oh, it would have been okay, but he delayed that Nexus so much. He just now made the Nexus. Yeah. So, but it might all pay off here. I mean, those lings aren't speedlings.
Yeah, they aren't.
So we're gonna lose the Queen and probably all these lings too, and he's not even gonna get his natural expansion down.
Yeah, that's a problem for Kane right there.
Yeah.
8 links will not be able to take those Zealots on if Siphon micros properly, and there's another Zealot here. I mean, this is a sort of strategy that, as a Cirque player, you know, you're thinking, well,
who does this?
Like, not just that, but like why doesn't everyone do this? And and then we know as casters, like if you look back at Siphon's base, we know why nobody does this. Even if you overcommit to defending something like this, you should be in okay shape. But as it is, this pressure has definitely paid off for Siphon so far.
I think the Probe got the Queen kill, but maybe not. I don't know.
Oh man,
got a kill. This is
it's a massacre.
It's hard to tell who's actually coming out on top here. The Nexus is really delayed.
I would think
that Kane lost both Queens and a lot of lings.
Exactly. It's hard to tell just by the supply or I don't know. It doesn't seem like. It just seems like such a huge risk for the reward that he's getting when it worked as well as he could expect it to.
Maybe, yeah.
But you know, he probably knows better. He's probably done this a lot of times, and it definitely throws his opponent off his comfort zone. So if Siphon is comfortable playing from here, that might be all he's looking for.
Sure. I would expect to see Siphon throw down a Stargate or something. It seems like going for Warp Gate without getting anything else is going to be so late. That Cybercore just finished.
Absolutely. I think Stargate would be the best call here, simply because, like you said, the Cybercore's, the Warp Gate's going to be so late. And pretty much, I mean, Stargate is kind of the obvious choice here, right? Robo, what are you going to do with a Robo without...
Especially after killing so many Queens, because one of the Oracles can solo a Queen 1v1, and when you're already low on Queens, is Kane really going to be making extras? Like, it's already hard enough to make extra Queens in ZVP sometimes,
right? Especially
with early pressure. But it looks like he's just going to go for Warp Gate all in.
Yeah, it looks like
He's got the +1 coming.
Yeah, 3 gateways being added right now, and we could expect to see a few more. I think there's +1 coming, so he'll probably just end up going for a +1 all in, right? It
looks like it.
He's on 3 gas, so I'm not sure. It seems like he would be able to afford more tech, and to be honest, if he's gonna add more gateways, he should start doing that now.
Yep, so hopefully a couple more gateways to go up, unless he's planning on taking a 4th or doing some other kind of tech behind it. Mothership Core just now coming out. Link scouting around the map, looking for any kind of proxy pylon.
Yep, nice pylon placement for Siphon.
He might see this here. Okay. Kane does scout the pylon. Oh, and Kane did see the warp gates warped into the back, or in the back of the base, which is good for Kane.
Well, I mean, he saw warp on the pylons.
Yeah, that's me.
There's a Robo now coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So he might just apply pressure with Zealots and follow it up with an Immortal all-in. God, it's so late, but at the same time... Oh, a 3rd. This is really interesting. Well, these Zealots are not going to do anything. Like I said, it's so late already. And if,
I mean, they did force a lot of units out of Kane, though. 12
this
roaches,
is true.
12 zealots.
But Siphon, I think Kane is aware that Siphon's taking a third. I think that Kane could just straight up go and deny it 100%.
Yeah, I mean, he has to after making all those units. You can't.
Yeah, I mean, he has to move out with those units,
Yeah.
right? So Siphon's gonna have a hard time here, I think, holding the counter aggression by Kane.
What? Oh, okay, never mind. He's getting the +1 armor. He normally you'd see +2 attack, but he doesn't have the Twilight Council yet, so
Yeah.
probably needs to get this mothership core camping over the roaches.
No, I think Nexus will go up, and Photon Overcharge is gonna be plenty, actually.
Yeah, nice force fields.
Yeah, very nice.
Needs to watch this ramp run here.
Oh,
That's
God.
really bad.
Yeah, it was not great, but Kane not really moving past the cannon.
Yeah.
Thankfully for Siphon here. Wow.
If Kane would have ran those lings into the main base, I think that would have been really awkward. However, more units coming in from Kane here. I'm not sure if Siphon can hold.
Yeah, that's a lot of units by Kane.
He's got another Immortal coming down along with some Zealots. Actually,
Not
along with this
focus
Mothership core working away with it too. I think he will be able to hold on. Maybe?
Let's see. I mean, the Photon Overcharge didn't go.
Well,
Anyway,
he used it on the natural. When he saw the links run in.
Oh. Well, that's a bit of a problem, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah. It looks like Siphon's not going to pull anything down from his natural. Maybe he is. He took long enough. Oh boy.
Yeah, if he holds this, there's not all that many reinforcements coming all the way from Kane.
Yeah, okay. And he was able to hold it.
Yeah, I think he could have reinforced a little bit more, since I thought he committed past the point where, like, I would have. You know, I thought he was just gonna try to make it happen with the units that he had, and then he almost broke through, but then he stopped. He stopped making units. So
Yeah, but I mean,
a miscalculation there.
Maybe. I mean, he did get all of his droning up. He's doing very well in harvesters. 72 harvesters for Kane, and he does have Swarm Host coming out now.
Oh,
with the
I love
Locust
this
upgrade.
transition by Kane, actually.
Yeah.
Because Siphon has 0 AoE. And there's no AoE for him in the near future. So Stormhost, Roach, Ling, he's gonna use them aggressively for sure.
Definitely.
And
Gold base coming up.
yeah.
And yeah, I don't think Siphon's in a position to really transition to heavy Colossus or any air that would help him with this. I mean,
Yeah,
you see he's working on
going
Blink and +2 now, and other Immortals coming out. Doesn't even have the Colossus Bay, Robotics Bay.
Yeah, Robotics Bay.
Yeah.
Yep. All in all, a pretty strange game so far, but yeah, I'm not sure. Siphon's gonna need something to stop those swarm hosts.
Yeah, I think Siphon is gonna have to do a really big 3-base push as soon as he sees the Locust. He's just gonna have to go for it, because if he waits too long, I don't think he's in a position to.
Let's keep an eye on the swarm hosts. Where are they right now? Are they? This is actually really strange by Kane that he hasn't moved out on the map. Oh, there we go.
That whole forest is moving along the bottom of the map, though. Might be a really awkward spot for.
Well, for Kane, right? I think
For Kane, yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause he's gonna have to move those Storm Hosts back.
I think this is the best possible thing that could have happened to Siphon, that he's moving out at the time that Storm Hosts were moving out as well.
Really
So-
needs an observer with him to clear that creep. Clearing a creep is so important when you're playing against Swarm Hosts.
Yeah. I mean, there's the observer, and he's not going to be able to do anything, but I think this was still great for Siphon, because he gets to identify Storm Hosts as far away from his base as
Oh, he stopped watching his army. No,
Yeah,
no. Oh, he just lost like 6 units for free.
Yeah, pretty sloppy there.
That was really sloppy. Nice surround by Kane, bringing in the Lings. Oh, he needs to get that Mothership core up there and warp him out, maybe? Oh,
Yeah,
good force
good
field
force
control
fields.
from Siphon. Really good force fields from Siphon. Nice job. It looked like he had to recall out there, but he was able to keep all the Locusts away, killed all the Lings, backed out. He's got a Warp Prism in the main now. Probably going to start warping in to harass from that point.
Yeah, but his
Oh.
economy's not all that great.
Does he have 3 probes? Are they trapped?
Yeah, it looks like they're trapped.
That sucks.
Yeah, he's not going to cancel that building either. What is it?
The robotics.
Yeah, no
bay.
way, Jose.
No way, Jose.
So he might have to kill something else if he wants to free those. Or kill them.
Oh, big Zealot warp in.
Yep, and this is pretty cool, but I don't think it's gonna be quite enough. Already, a lot of roaches moving towards.
Oh, those roaches on move command, unfortunately.
Oh wow.
Probably gonna see another big zealot warping in the main.
Yeah, I think so. There's 2 spines. I think. Is there more than 2?
In the main?
No,
only.
just the 2.
Yep, just the 2. Siphon. Usually, when you see this big zealot harass, it's usually from a Protoss that's doing a little bit better economically. Siphon needs to be careful. You know, only 154 supply. He's pretty broke.
Yeah.
You know, warping in 8 zealots like that. I mean, when he doesn't even have a 4th, I would really like to see that 4th go down soon from him. I think.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely just buying himself time for Colossi, and I think that Kane missed a really big timing window there, because Siphon wasn't gonna have any AOE for quite a while, and I think that if he moved right away with the Storm Hosts and sieged Siphon's 3rd, there would have been very little that Siphon could have done. But now Siphon will have Colossi out, so I think he's actually in a better spot than he was, you know, back then.
Maybe. You think so? I don't think Siphon can win at this point. I think he's
pretty far behind.
Yeah, I think he's really far behind. Yeah. We've got double Spire coming out soon. Kane is gonna start massing Mutalisks at this point. Siphon still doesn't have his 4th anywhere near online, and Kane's working his way up to five bases.
Yep, Locust counterattacking at the 3rd while this is going on, but Kane is being very, very, very conservative with the Storm Hosts, sieging from very far away. At the same time, Muta harass doing quite a little bit of work, but there are Blink Stalkers, so that's gonna shut that down for now. Losing 2, maybe 3 Muta here.
Oh, that photon overcharge.
Oh, almost 4.
Don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a waste, I feel.
Maybe if we would have called it right when it happened, it would have been different.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's never good.
Yeah, not against Storm Host. You don't want to be wasting Colossi for Frizzle. So that's definitely gonna be an issue for Siphon, but he's getting closer to max. If he gets to max, then he might stand a chance, I think.
Another large patch of mutas headed to the main.
The main is pretty oversaturated, unfortunately for Siphon. He's gonna lose a lot more probes than he should have even had in that base to begin with. So that's unfortunate, and he's not making any earth transition or anything like that. We should point out he's just gonna try it. Oh, no photon overcharge.
I mean, he's pretty broke. He did a little warp in at the bottom left to try to kill Kane's base. It looks like that's doing okay-ish, but yeah, he's pretty broke. He was just never able to get a 4th online there. It's 3 base versus Swarm Host. I mean, you kind of have to win right away. The longer that goes on, it's not a position that you can really do much in as Protoss, I think.
Yeah, if you're contained and your opponent's going Swarm Host, then that's not good.
Yeah.
It's usually the other way around. When the Zerg player goes for Storm Host,
because they're contained. Yeah,
they're pretty mobile and they have a hard time applying pressure, which Kane wasn't even doing this game, even though he had a really large lead. So usually the Protoss gets to play the Zerg part and, you know, expand everywhere and get a better economy than the Zerg.
Yep. Unfortunately, Siphon loses game 1, or I guess fortunately if you're rooting for Kane. We're going to take a quick 90-second break. We'll be back with game 2, Siphon versus